This is a D20. At least that's how I've grown to know it over my 10 or so years using it. This D20 is commonly used in Magic the Gathering, Dungeons and Dragons, Pokemon, the role playing, Pokemon TCG player game, or the role playing game, and a lot of other board games and things that just kind of use irregularly shaped dice. This one in particular is one from Magic the Gathering. It's called a spin down dice. You keep track of your life total. That these hobbies and these games defined and define still a part of my identity and a part of who I am and who I have become over the years. With Magic the Gathering, I created a club with some of my friends, which was an excuse to play Magic the Gathering after school. But it became so much more than that. It became some place for me to feel like I belonged, and it became a place for fellow students and people who became my friends to feel like they belonged. And it's something even to this day that we still refer to and go back to even now. I have a Discord chat with all of those friends who I still communicate with every once in a while. And it's amazing, even 10 years later. And with the Dungeons and Dragons, I also started doing Dungeons and Dragons through the Nerd Herd Club. That's what we called it when I came up with that in high school. And it is something that has been a part of my life and that I have adored. It's part of who I am. I identify myself as a dungeon master, which is basically someone who helps run the game. D&D is a cooperative storytelling experience, and I, as a writer, love it. I love being able to give my players, the people that I'm playing with, an opportunity to deal with a problem and to come up with a solution, and in a way that you can all work together to come up with a story. And I just think it's so much fun, and I'm addicted. I can't help it. And D&D players is kind of a trope that they collect dice, and that's, this is one of those kinds of things. You can't just have one set of dice. And for Magic the Gathering, it's a lot of it is true. You collect dice to put counters on creatures. You attack your opponents with creatures, and the creatures get bigger, and you put dice on them. So dice has been something that has been so crucial and important in my life that I couldn't help but think of them. And also, it is where I'm going. My husband and we are starting a game store. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of these and hopefully selling them to people and actually, making money off of it. So that's me, Abigail DeCourcy. I love dice. I am a dice hoarder and a Magic game player, D&D DM.